Do you have to stop at a green light when turning right? A. No, but you must always slow down to 10 miles per hour. B. Yes, if there are vehicles turning left. C. No, you never need to stop when the light is green. D. Yes, if there are pedestrians or other vehicles still in the intersection. Do you have to stop at a green light when turning right? D. Yes, if there are pedestrians or other vehicles still in the intersection. When you have a green light at an intersection where you plan to turn right, you only need to stop if there are pedestrians crossing the street or if there are other vehicles still in the intersection. Otherwise, you may proceed with your right turn without stopping when the light is green. At intersections, look to the where first. A. Right. B. Left. C. Rear. D. Horizon. At intersections, look to the B. Left first. Intersections are some of the most common places where accidents can occur. This is why it's important to not only scan the road as you drive, but to make the proper visual checks when preparing to cross an intersection. The reason you look left first and left again after looking right is because vehicles on the left will be closer than vehicles coming from the right. In other words, you'll have more time to react to a vehicle on the right than you would a vehicle coming from the left. When entering a street from a private alley or driveway, you must A. Pull up to the edge of the curb immediately. B. Stop, look, and yield to pedestrians before crossing over the sidewalk. C. Only make a right turn. D. Wait until oncoming traffic has a red light before you go. When entering a street from a private alley or driveway, you must B. Stop, look, and yield to pedestrians before crossing over the sidewalk. Vehicles entering the roadway from parking lots, alleys, and driveways have to cross over the sidewalk before they get to the street. This situation can make things especially dangerous for pedestrians. It becomes even more dangerous around driveways and alleys with blind corners due to buildings, plants, or other obstructions. What are the colors of warning signs indicating upcoming hazards? A. White. B. Yellow. C. Orange. D. Red. What are the colors of warning signs indicating upcoming hazards? B. Yellow. Warning signs are a type of road sign that warn drivers about upcoming hazards and changes in the road. Warning signs are yellow with black symbols or lettering and shaped like a four-sided diamond. An edge line that angles toward the center of the road indicates that A. The road widens ahead. B. The road narrows ahead. C. There is a merge ahead. D. The shoulder can be used for passing. An edge line that angles toward the center of the road indicates that B. The road narrows ahead. When you see a solid white line along the side of the shoulder that is angled towards the center of the road at a slant, it means that the road will gradually become more narrow ahead. This road marking may also be accompanied by a road narrows sign. When you encounter this on the highway, it is important that you stay in your lane and avoid drifting too far to the left. A double solid yellow line in the center of the road means that A. Passing is allowed in either direction. B. Passing is allowed in one direction. C. Passing is not permitted in either direction. D. You are driving the wrong way. A double solid yellow line in the center of the road means that C. Passing is not permitted in either direction. In the case of a double solid yellow line, drivers in either direction are not allowed to use the opposite lane to pass under any circumstances. Double solid yellow lines are used when crossing into the opposite lane of traffic to pass would be unsafe. As your vehicle speed increases, your field of vision A. Increases. B. Decreases. C. Always remains the same. D. None of these. As your vehicle speed increases, your field of vision B. Decreases. Your field of vision describes what you can see in front and to the sides of your with your direct line of sight and your peripheral vision. As you drive faster, you will be covering a greater distance in a shorter amount of time. When this happens, the sides of your field of vision are more difficult to perceive. Your overall field of vision becomes more narrow. This is one of the reasons that constantly scanning the road ahead and around you is so important. A curb painted red means A. No stopping, parking, or standing at any time. B. You can only stop to load or unload passengers. C. You can only park there for a maximum of 10 minutes. D. Stopping, parking, or standing is allowed if there are no fire hydrants nearby. A curb painted red means A. No stopping, parking, or standing at any time. The color painted on the side of the curb indicates what kind of stopping, waiting, loading, or parking is allowed. A curb painted red means no parking, no standing, no stopping. In other words, you cannot stop at a red painted curb for any reason. A funeral procession has the right of way at intersections, unless A. The traffic light is red. B. An emergency vehicle is responding to an emergency with lights or sirens. C. It is a Wednesday. D. It is turning left. A funeral procession has the right of way at intersections, unless B. An emergency vehicle is responding to an emergency with lights or sirens. In most cases, a funeral procession, which consists of a caravan of cars headed to a cemetery or place of worship, has the right of way at an intersection. If the lead car passes through an intersection, the cars that are following it are generally allowed to follow, even if the light has turned red. Sometimes, the funeral procession will be escorted by police vehicles to help guide and direct traffic. When they see a yellow X signal, drivers should A. Move over because it is switching to be used by traffic moving in the opposite direction. B. Stay in the lane because it is changing to green. C. Slow down. D. Be prepared to come to a complete stop. When they see a yellow X signal, drivers should A. Move over because it is switching to be used by traffic moving in the opposite direction. If you see a traffic signal over a lane that has changed to a yellow X, you must change lanes because the lane you are in is about to be used by traffic moving in the opposite direction. A signal like this is known as a lane control signal or lane use signal. These are found on highways where lanes of traffic switch directions at different times of the day. Great job! Here are some of your next steps to getting your learner's permit or driver's license. Read and study the official driver handbook from your state DMV. Take more free practice tests at puedomanejar.com. Gather all your necessary forms and documents before you visit the DMV office. Before you know it, you'll be driving in your very own car all by yourself. puedomanejar.com. Free DMV practice tests and much more to help you pass your real exams. Visit us today.